Assalamu alaikum. I'm sorry, the last video, my camera does not accept very lengthy period of recording, so it was disconnected. Let us continue. So we said in the previous video how Allah assigned the Masjid al-Haram, Allah assigned the Qibla, Allah assigned the Hajj to this house, Masjid al-Haram, Allah assigned. All this we have read, so clearly mentioned in the Quran. Okay. Again, Surah number 2, Al-Baqarah, ayah number 158. It says, إِنَّ الصَّفَا وَالْمَرْوَةَ مِنْ شَعَائِرِ اللَّهِ. There are two places in Mecca around the Kaaba. One is called Safa and the other Marwa, and a distance between them. So Allah says the Safa and the Marwa are rituals from pilgrimage or Umrah. Okay. فَمَنْ حَجَّ الْبَيْتَ, whosoever go as a pilgrim in Hajj to Mecca, to the house Mecca, the Kaaba, أو اعتمر, or Umrah, Hajj or Umrah. So the visit could be in one of two forms for those who come from abroad. But the people who live in Mecca, this doesn't apply. They can go and use the masjid as a normal masjid, like any other masjid in the area, a house of worship. They can go and bow and kneel and make sujood and make all 5 prayers every day if they are close, in the best place on earth. So Allah says, فَمَنْ حَجَّ وَاعْتَمَرَ, so whoever comes as a pilgrim or Umrah, in pilgrimage or Umrah outside pilgrimage time, فَلَا جُنَاحَ عَلَيْهِ أَن يَطَّوَفَ بِهِمَا. There is no problem for him to go between them 7 times. So you start at one point, you go 1, 2, 7 times. From the starting point, you go away and back 1 time, 7 times. And this is a ritual. Allah says there is no problem for them to do it. فَلَا جُنَاحَ عَلَيْهِ أَن يَطَّوَفَ بِهِمَا, to go tawaf, to go 7 rounds. وَمَنْ تَطَوَّعَ خَيْرًا فَإِنَّ اللَّهَ شَاكِرٌ عَلِيمٌ. Even though it is not an obligation, but if you do it, Allah is so thankful for you honoring those kind of rituals that He assigned. Imagine, Allah is grateful and thankful. Subhanallah. Alright. Okay, another feature of this Kaaba and Masjid al-Haram in Surah 2, Ayah 198, Allah says, لَيْسَ عَلَيْكُمْ جُنَاحًا أَن تَبْتَغُوا فَضْلًا مِّن رَبِّكُمْ. There is no problem if you want more blessings, to receive more blessings from Allah, from your Lord. فَإِذَا أَفَضْتُم مِّنْ عَرَفَاتٍ, if you reach Arafat, and you did, the ritual of Arafat, how our mother Hajar, she left Ishmael, the baby, the newborn baby, lying on the sand, and she goes up to Arafah and down, up to look to see somebody coming with water, with food. The baby is so hungry, and she is so hungry. Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam left very few, very small portion of water and food with them. So this is why we go to Arafat. If we go to pilgrimage, we go to Arafat like our mother, in an honor to this ritual that she did. فَاذْكُرُوا اللَّهَ عِنْدَ الْمَشْعَرِ الْحَرَامِ. So there is a place, a holy ground. So remember and mention Allah a lot. And this is the last day before pilgrimage ends. The best moments to stand on Arafah and pray to Allah and make dua and praise Allah. كَمَا هَدَاكُمْ وَإِن كُنْتُم مِّن قَبْلِهِ لَمِنَ الضَّالِّينَ. For how He gave you guidance while you were before this guidance so lost, like the rest of the world. In Surah 2, Ayah 191, I'm not going to read the whole ayah, let me go to the message. وَلَا تُقَاتِلُوهُمْ عِنْدَ الْمَسْجِدِ الْحَرَامِ. Do not fight them at the Masjid al-Haram at Mecca. In Mecca, do not fight the kafir. Fight them outside Mecca or outside the space, dedicated for sujood and ruku', for prayer. حتى يقاتلوكم فيه. But if they fight you there, fight back. Defend yourself. فإن قاتلوكم, and if they fight you, فاقتلوهم, kill them. Kill them. They came to kill you. They're coming to kill you. So defend yourself. If you leave them, they will kill you. So kill them first. If you can. Of course, some of you will die. But at least defend yourself. Do not surrender just like this and let them take your life. They have no right to do this. كذلك جزاء الكافرين. This is the punishment for the kafir. So there are so many ayahs that mention a Masjid al-Haram and where Umrah is supposed to be and where Hajj is supposed to be, assigned by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. No doubt about this. And I'll tell you later on, a little later, why I'm mentioning with this detail. So Masjid al-Haram, we mentioned Subhanalladhi asra bi'abdihi laylan min al-Masjid al-Haram. So what is Masjid al-Haram? We are having some idea from the Quran. So why it is called haram? One of the things why it is haram means prohibited. What is prohibited? Like, when we say pork is prohibited, haram. You are not allowed to eat pork or blood. So why this masjid is haram, called Masjid al-Haram? Okay. Surah 2, Ayah 197, it says, Al-Hajj Ashhurum Ma'lumat. Pilgrimage is supposed to be done during certain months, period of time, during the year. فَمَنْ فَرَضَ فِيهِنَّ الْحَجِّ. And whosoever, determined to make Hajj. He made a niyyah. His intention is to go to Hajj. فَلَا رَفَثَ وَلَا فُسُوقَ وَلَا جِدَالَ فِي الْحَجِّ. So he is not allowed to do any of the things that offend Allah, like mating, like deviating in any way from the rituals of Hajj. Strict obedience. ولا جدال, and do not come to argue the differences that you have back home. When you come to Mecca, you start debating and arguing. Oh, this is a ritual, this is not a ritual, this is the Baytul Haram, this is not the Baytul Haram. Don't start this argument, period. Not in this house. This is not the place. وما تفعل من خير يعلمه الله وتزودوا فإن خير الزاد التقوى واتقوني يا أولي الألباب. Very well. So what about this Masjid al-Haram again? What about else? Allah says in Surah 3, Al-Imran, Ayah 97, فيه آيات بينات. There are clear miracles, so clear for the eyes. Like what? مقام Ibrahim, where Ibrahim used to stand to build up remember in the last video we spoke about building the foundation higher, that the flood chopped during Noah's time, alayhi salatu wasalam. So the stone and the traces of the foots of Ibrahim for standing so many hours, the stone used to soften under his feet to make it easier for him. Imagine the stone softened under the feet of Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam. وَمَنْ دَخَلَهُ كَانَ آمِنًا وَلِلَّهِ عَلَى النَّاسِ حِجُّ الْبَيْتِ. And for Allah, if you want to do it for Allah. Go to pilgrimage. مَنْ اسْتَطَاعَ إِلَيْهِ سَبِيلًا, whosoever can afford it. Financially, psychologically, there are physically, a lot of things involved here. So that's why Allah did not obligate it, did not make it an obligation, but istita'a. If you can do it, do it. This is doing it for Allah. Allah loves those who volunteer to do the good thing. وَمَنْ كَفَرَ فَإِنَّ اللَّهَ غَنِيٌّ عَنِ الْعَالَمِينَ. Okay. Allah says, Masjid al-Haram, Makkah, Kaaba, Maqam Ibrahim, all this assigned by Allah. So what's wrong with the people today? Muslims. What is this Qum? Holy Qum, sacred Qum in Iran. What about Karbala and Najaf? What about this pilgrimage done? You know, Al-Hajj, Allah says for Allah. But while our brothers, you know, who do this, they go for Al-Hussein, for the grave of Al-Hussein. What's wrong with them? Who assigned this Hajj? Who assigned those houses? Qum, Karbala, Najaf, or the Vatican for the Christians, or any other nonsense. Who assigned this? Why they did this? So sad. So sad. If it's not assigned by Allah, then it is a bad, evil place. And make shirk, especially grave worship. You understand now why I'm saying Allah assigned, Allah said, Allah said? So those others are not assigned by Allah, but the Masjid al-Aqsa is assigned by Allah and mentioned, and we will go again about it, inshallah, next video. Assalamu alaikum.